Hey guys, I just wanted to get some information out to you. So I hope that your week's going well. This information's pretty time sensitive, I guess I should say, as far as this is an onboarding coaches training. And so right now, this is a good time to be thinking about recruiting coaches because of January, only a couple of months away. As far as that's a really big time in the fitness industry. And so there's a lot of people around that time wanting to get connected to health and fitness programs, nutrition, start exercising, that kind of thing with the new year. And so by onboarding coaches right now, that gives us a pretty good time period to get them set up, familiarized with the business side of things and kind of feel a little bit comfortable as far as running a group, or at least get them through the new coach training and that kind of thing. So then by January, they are set and ready to go. So this is a really good time to be more emphasizing that when you're talking and connecting with people, whether that be, and I'm going to talk a little bit about recruiting, but as far as right now, this is a good time to be mentioning that as far as any potential coaches, because you can say that very thing that, you know, this will be a great time for you here in a couple months. A lot of people are really going to be in need of help and training as far as health and nutrition and exercise. And this is, you know, you have time to go through the training and be all set and ready to go come January. So that's a good way to kind of be transitioning into the recruiting side of things with the coaching, looking for coaches to join your team. Now, I would say the number one thing, and I remember whenever I first started, was basically just not feeling confident enough in myself as a leader to feel like I could bring people on my first couple months. So I just want you to know that that's not the case. Like, there is literally, it's never too early, because you are not in this alone. You're already part of a team, and not really even just one team, but several. So you have this team, you have BodyTemple, you have us, our current team right here, but you're also part of a much larger picture, and literally we have that as a huge resource, and we need to use it as our advantage as far as being on the Bombshell Dynasty, which is the top producing team in the network. And so Lindsay Matway is the top producer as far as leaders go, has 4 15-star Diamond Business Centers, and that's more than anyone ever in the entire network. So we have all her training resources. Obviously, they work because she's producing diamonds, top producing business leaders in the company. And so that's year after year consistency, and we have access to all of those trainings. So literally, whenever I first became a coach, I knew nothing. She gave me the same websites, the same training as I gave you, and you run with it. And the people that are willing to really put the time and effort into it will run with it. Not everybody will, and that's the thing where please do not put all of your time into one person. You need to just put it out there. We plant seeds. It's the same with challengers. We plant seeds, but not every single one of those challengers is going to succeed, because you can only do so much. And so basically, we have those resources, but what people choose to do with them is on them. So we are always here, and we're continuously putting effort, and we have that team aspect. So if questions come, yeah, we're always here for that. But putting in the work, that doesn't come down to you as a sponsored coach. You supply the resources, and then it's a matter of them running with it. And so please don't put that on you as far as onboarding coaches and feeling like, oh, well, there's no way that I would be able to help them succeed. You are already helping them succeed, number one, by putting the opportunity in their hands, and number two, by just showing them, putting in their hands, literally at their fingertips, the resources needed to get them there. And so that's not on you whether or not they become a diamond or above, because you're putting that in their hands. And the ones that want it, badly will make it happen. Because, and I love this, and this is why I was drawn to Lindsay Matway in the first place, because she literally had none of that and went with it. So you can, like, as far as like the best templates and the best YouTube video, like, it's all out there. So anybody can thrive in this business. And that's what I love so much about it, is that it's a direct reflection upon how badly you want it and how driven you are to fight through any excuse and just to make it happen. So with that being said, feel confident bringing anybody into this opportunity, because it's like, I've heard lots of people say, who are we to limit and take that away from somebody else? And so, like I said, you are already helping and helping them succeed by, number one, providing them the opportunity, but also then by being a part of this team, because we have the best resources for them. So with that being said, this is a great time. I'm going to share my screen here. I only have a few slides, so it's not going to take long, but I did want to get this out to you soon. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully this is sharing. Again, this is Onboarding Coaches, steps to getting coaches started right. And we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We don't need to overcomplicate this. Feel very, very confident in what we have as a team. And as far as your own leadership skills, they will come. And so if that's where you need to put your personal development time into leadership, like John C. Maxwell has a great leadership book. I mean, there are tons out there, but that's a great one. If you are now moving more towards this and creating your own team and getting your own team page set up and getting people on board, because I'm now seeing that a lot of you are at that point where you should be transitioning into your own teams now, because you literally have that. You have people I see as your challengers that would make excellent coaches. They're basically doing it already in your groups. Use that. Give them, I mean, what better compliment could that be, as far as somebody saying, wow, you have the qualities to lead others and help others be the best that they can be. And you're already encouraging and motivating so many people to lead a healthier life. Like, you are doing what we are doing as coaches. You're just not getting the discounts and pay for it, and making it possibly a huge financial business, or as far as like how many people that you can reach if you do this consistently. So reach out to those people in your, and I want to say here, as far as recruiting, your current challenge groups. That is a huge place to find great coaches, because they've already they know the process. They usually are in love with the program, doing pretty well with it, and excited about it. They realize what it does in their life, and it's like a natural thing. I know this was for me too, like, as far as just wanting to share it and help others do the same thing. So use those current challenge groups to pinpoint the people that you feel are stepping up and leading, and they're the ones motivating other people and commenting on all the things and leading by example. So reach out and just shoot them a message and be like, maybe you could help me run the next one. Would you be interested in maybe like co-coaching another one, the next group? Something like that, because a lot of people, I don't even think kind of even know the opportunity. I've had a lot of people also say, oh, really? Because I thought that you needed, am I qualified for that? Do I have what it takes? They don't understand what we do as coaches, and literally we are more along for the journey and just kind of more support than like actually the knowledge part. The knowledge part is a bonus, and usually, like, if you are into coaching, you're just naturally passionate and interested in those things. So we do a lot of research and reading in nutrition and exercise, and we like healthy recipes, and so we're sharing those just because we're on this journey too. But we're not know-it-alls whatsoever. And I think a lot of people think in order to be a coach that you already have met all your goals and be some sort of guru as far as nutrition exercise. And that's not the case at all. It's just we're on this journey and we want to go on this journey with others and have like-minded people surrounding us through it and encouraging people and just watching us all succeed together. And so sometimes they just need to have that explained and understand that process. Discount coaches is another one as far as, don't ever overlook discount coaches, because I know even within the top 10 coaches right now, there are, I think, 2 of them that started out as discount coaches, basically didn't run any groups or bring on any challengers or other coaches for the first 6-7 months, and that is fine. So don't ever overlook discount coaches and just think that they wouldn't make excellent coaches, because there, and it may even be more than 2 of the top 10 that started out as discount coaches. So that's really awesome. They've already had that strong foundation in the company. They know the company, they know the products, and they make excellent coaches. So be thinking about that too, as far as ones that possibly are just using the products very continuously and very loyal to the company, and they love it. They could make excellent coaches. So you could throw out the opportunity to them. And then also thirdly, I've mentioned this before in other calls, as far as the dream coach list, making a list of people. I know that those of you that have done the Emerald to Diamond training, it was suggested that you do top 10 qualities of your dream, your ideal coach, and list those out, because everybody's is different, really, as far as things that some people, being humorous and having a sense of humor is definitely on their top quality list. They need that in somebody that they're going to be working with. Other people really, a quality might be something like very artistic and visually creative, because that's how they are, and so they want to run with people very similar to themselves. And so be thinking about your dream team, your ideal coach, and have that list. And I know I've mentioned this several times, but have that list and be reaching out to them now and planting that seed and keeping and planning it over and over. So don't give up, because like I said, I have reached out and very rarely does it happen like right away where they're like, yeah, absolutely, I want to do it. Because they want to, sometimes they don't really understand what you do, and so they just need to do a little of their own research before they dive in. So just be reaching out. And what a huge compliment, as far as if you reach out to someone and say and tell them that they are on your dream team, what an awesome compliment. Like, that's huge. And I know that, like, I think about my dream team and the people that I reach out to, and I think they are absolutely amazing. Like, they are people that I admire, that I look up to, that I am just in awe of, and I would love to work with them, like brainstorm and be thinking and like run groups with them. And I thank the Lord every single day that I have a team. I have my dream team here that I do get to work with, I do get to grow from, and I'm like in awe of. And so be thinking about that, because this is people, I mean, what better job? Like, I feel like that is the number one complaint as far as jobs, and like not really loving who you work with or where you work, or feeling purposeful when you're at work. And this is such a sweet job. I mean, we love the people we work with. We love what we do. We have a purpose behind it, and you can financially make good money doing it. And so it's like almost like too good to be true. Like, you really have to pinch yourself sometimes. And it's like, and it's not. It really is a real thing. And so be thinking about that, like-minded people that you want to connect with every single day and work with and grow from. And it's such a cool opportunity that we have. So be really thinking about that, and don't be hesitant to throw that out to people, because I mean, I know it has changed my life immensely. And so it's just like, I am like mind blown sometimes when people don't want to share it, or they feel like inviting is weird. Like, it's weird not to want to do it, because if you know it's changed your life so much, and you wake up and you look at things differently, like things that used to discourage you, or things that used to consume your mind now don't. And just the way that you look at things, and the perspective and like challenges you now embrace, and you are constantly wanting to be better. And you are like, now I'm like super excited when I get a personal development book to read. Like, that's life changing. That is life changing, and it is abnormal. I have come to realize, but it just happens. Like, it's a something that just transitions. Like, and it doesn't happen immediately, but like through this process, and being a coach, and being around positive people, and people that are growing and pushing you to be better, like, that's life changing. And so we have that to give. So I just still am like mind blown why people don't want to share this and invite it. Because honestly, what is the worst thing that would happen? Okay, so they read some great personal development books, they drink superfoods, and they're surrounded by people that love them, and you laugh and joke around and love people all day, and you work out. So I'm still trying to find where there's any negative things here. Like, it's a no-lose situation. So we're literally putting this in people's hands. And some people like go way, way, way above with it and make it a full-time income and travel the world and, build a huge business through it. And that's great too. But some people, they can pay their mortgage, or, put gas in their car each week, or don't have to do daycare anymore. They can stay home. So success is different for each person. And whether that be a top 10 coach in the millionaire club, or whether that be, 50, 60,000 a year, enough to just quit their current full-time job, or whether it just be a huge, as far as just an inside where you are just transitioned and have become living a life by design, where you wake up excited and you are healthy and you have energy and you get to share that with people. Like, so beneficial. So just be thinking about that when you are reaching out to people, because a lot of them don't even know that about this. And I didn't know it until I started to see it change my own life. Okay, so as far as once you get coaches, I wanted to go through our process here with our team, because I don't think I've ever mentioned this, and I want you to be able to feel confident that whenever you do bring on a new coach, as far as welcome email messages, and I'm going to go over that here in a second, but I want you to feel confident in knowing that you are more than well. Like, I want you to do this. I want you to welcome them into our team page, our own BodyTemple team page. I want them in there. So I know that you're thinking like, oh, well, that's just for your coaches, Megan. And it's like, no, because I want you to put your coaches in there too. And we're all a team. So I want you to know that you have that as a resource, and you can most certainly, I want you to welcome them into and add them into our team page. You may at this point want to be starting your own as well, but it's just like whenever I onboarded you, I added you to the Bombshell Dynasty team page. And so that's just one other resource out there and I know that some of you use it to your advantage and you ask questions in there, and that's great. That's what it's for. So that you can add them to the Bombshell Dynasty team page, you can add them to our BodyTemple, our team page, and then your own. Once you start creating your own team, you will have your own. But that's just more resources for them. I did want to go back to bullet point number 1 with the welcome email. Now, this is, let me see if I can do this. It's called, Right here. Okay. It's called MailChimp. MailChimp. And what this is this is an automated email. And so this is Lindsay's, but I can share this in our team page, but of course you're going to want to use your own template here. But basically, MailChimp is an email system where you can add video, you can add a template like a photo, such as this case. But this is where then you don't have to, like, as you move on and forward with this business, you're going to really want to make things more efficient. So right now, if you are bringing on 1 or 2 coaches, maybe like a month or every other month or every 3 months, it's probably not too time consuming as far as typing out an email. That's fine. But the more and more that you can become more efficient and more automated with this and really have a system down, the better it's going to be in the long run. So this is something that she has automated, and so it basically has everything in here for you. So it's a welcome email, and then in it, it will have a link to the new coach manual, which I do have one for you. It is posted in our team page, but this is the coach manual that you can more than welcome use it. I did not put anything BodyTemple related on it so that you could use it for your own teams. I purposely did that for you. So use it. That's more than welcome, or add to it. I don't mind. But just make sure if you add to it, I do believe it will change it. So because it's a Google Drive shared, I have it in Google Drive and it's shared. So if you make changes to that, it changes like my version. So if you want to make changes to that manual, then you're going to need to just copy and paste that all into your own Google Drive or your own slide share so that you're not changing my version. And then also she has a click here to watch. This might be a good place to put like an intro video. Then that way, once you create it, you can, this one's actually by Katie Hefner and Brittany Leggett, so it's not even made by Lindsay. So you could put another, a great one off of YouTube there. You can use Beachbody's intro video, which I'm going to show you where to find that here in a moment, or you could create your own. But then you have it in here and you're not sending those things and creating that email every single time. It's here. So this is a template one that I'll put below so that you can kind of see, and then you can add in your own things. But this just gives you an example. So that's called MailChimp. I hope I'm still screen sharing. Yeah, it's called MailChimp. So you would need a MailChimp account in order to even see this. So if I put the link in the team page and you can't open it, it's probably because you don't have a MailChimp account. So you're going to have to go, it's free. So you just go under MailChimp and create an account, and then you'll be able to open this up, and then you can make it and change it how you want. But this is really cool because you can add in your Facebook, your Instagram. Here's a footer. You can add in videos, buttons. Like this is really awesome. It's a one-hit deal. I mean, as far as getting all the information in one place, and you're not bombarding them with 50 million videos, websites, and things. It's all in one email. So that's pretty good. Okay, so back to, where was I? Here. Okay, so you send them so you can get that created. Now, I don't want you to think, oh my goodness, like that's just food for thought. So that once you get the system down, because ideally you're going to be diamond coaches beyond that, and you're going to want a system in place. So that's just putting it out there for you to be thinking about, and maybe start developing ideas or videos for that, or that kind of thing. So just putting that out there so you're well aware that that's a really cool tool to use. Also then, like I said, welcome to our team page. It does not need to be fancy. I love playing with PicMonkey. That is like my, way of, it's just fun for me because I am reading so many papers right now, and so anytime I can get a little bit of time away from that, recognizing you guys, I love that. So I don't want you to feel like you have to do that, but welcome them in some way. So even if you just, link their name and say, welcome, new coach, and a little bit about them so that we know a little bit about them, that's fine too. You don't have to make this visual for with their photo, and you don't have to do that. But welcome them somehow and tell us a little bit about them. And then the intro video, I wanted to show you where to find that. I think it's actually on one of my next slides, so I'll skip over that one. Yeah, okay, so I will actually go on. So here, getting started, this is in your online office. I wanted you to know where this is. So I want you to direct new coaches here, because I think just from talking, I've talked to several of some of you, as far as that have been with me for over a year now. Talked to some of you, and as far as what you initially thought whenever you first started. And sometimes I think it's overwhelming when you give too many places to go to find information. So this is just my suggestion, and you can do this any way you want because you are your own CEO. But my suggestion is, why overcomplicate things? To get started, our Coach Online office has everything step by step. It's not too fancy as far as like too much going on. It's just step by step, 1, 2, 3. There you see it. Simple steps to start you off right. Why reinvent the wheel? Put them here, put it in their hands, direct them here. Let them get started with this first before you start to implement anything else, okay? So send them here. It's literally show them how to find their Coach Online office, and then don't baby them. Don't baby them. So you say, it's so simple here. Start here. They want to watch the welcome. I suggest it with Carl. Second tab down, or second option, how to get started. It's all here for them. So this is what I advise. Before you get overly just spewing information to them, have them start here. And this is a program, it just got implemented, I believe, not too long ago, a couple months ago. So it's awesome. It's called the First 30 program. It's literally what to do with your first 30 minutes, your first 30 hours, and your first 30 days as a new coach. And so this is in your online office, like I said, but this is where you find it. This is going to be for them. So if they click on this first 30 blue link here, this is what they're going to see. First 30 business quick start. And it's going to, the basics here. My coach ID. They're going to put in their coach ID. That's important. They're going to need to know that. They're going to want to know their upline. So that's where they're going to write this down, as far as it's right there in their Coach Online office. They're going to go and this is a link, a hyperlink. So it will say number 2, complete your coach profile. You click on that startup wizard and you do it. So then that will give them their websites. They will have that. This is when then they will want to contact their coach as far as a getting started right call. And the getting started right call is when you then will tell them when their coach training will start. That coach training, I run one every single month. Put them in there. I know some of you have already done that. Put them in there. But when you put them in there, be connecting with them as well. So it's very easy to have them in there, and that just breaks down the information daily. So just a little tidbit daily. But I know as a coach, whenever I went through that, I use that as a resource to go back to even months later. So if they're not quite getting everything every single day, at least they're in that group and they can always go back to it. So when it's time to be thinking like, oh, how was that? How did that work as far as ranks go? Or how do I become an emerald again? They can go back to it. Okay, so just get them hooked up into that training. Try not, again, to be an enabler. Let them process things at their pace. Let them digest it. Let them come to you with questions. Don't over bombard them, okay? Don't try to do it for them. They need to learn and make an effort and take responsibility for this. Because if you start enabling them and kind of like babying them or micromanaging them up front, then that's not how people learn. Like, people have to learn and by doing. And so they need to just go through the process, because then that way they can help their coaches do that as well. Because everything's laid out for us in our Coach Online office. Let them explore. Let them find things. Because while they're looking for something else, as they're looking for something else, they may find more information that's helpful too. Like, it's fun, kind of investigating and like learning, and like when everything's new, it's there for them. So don't try to just lay it out and bombard them with too much at once. Just let them process it. Okay, so also where they will find the entire First 30 program is under training, down to training library. And this is where, if you scroll down, they have the whole entire First 30 program there. So it's like a couple different PDFs that they can print off to help them. So use that First 30 program for your coaches. I recommend you to go in there and check it out yourself. Save the PDFs so that you have them as well, so you know what they're looking at. There's actually a whole Coach First 30 program training, so what you should be doing as a coach as far as helping them through it. But that's all there for you. So definitely use that system. Let's see. Okay, moving on. All right, so your online office training, a getting started right call, you're doing that not right when they first sign up. Let them show you that they mean business by going into their online office and doing that get started here training. Because you're going to waste your time if you do a getting started right call and you're talking about Success Club, or you're talking about even, let's see, links and things or websites, when they have no idea yet. They have no idea. So let them go under there first and explore a little bit, understand that, and then have them make a list of questions. And then that's when you're going to touch base with them, because before that, it's too much and they're going to have no clue what you're talking about. So send them first to the Coach Online office, get started here, and have them go through that. When they are finished, then tell them, okay, let me know when you're finished, and we're get started with a call, and I can answer your questions then. That's when you're going to tell them about the new coach training. So again, it's usually the first week of the month. That first Monday of each month will be a new training. So you are more than welcome to put them in that, or create your own, or co-host one with another coach. That's fine too. And then there's the First 30 that I was talking about. So I'm going to stop share. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. Feel confident. This is the time to get coaches on board. Again, be confident with what you have, because literally the Coach Online office has all the resources for you. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is place the opportunity in their hands and go from there. So with that being said, I would suggest looking in your current challenge groups, making that dream team list if you have not done so, and use that. And then also discount coaches. That's huge. So yeah, that's it. If you have questions about it, let me know, and you can post them below. And I'm also going to be putting a questionnaire or something out there as far as team calls and when we want to make them each week now, as far as times and days. So I will be posting that soon too. So have a great weekend. Let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this was helpful. And yeah, definitely feel confident, because you are leaders. I see it all the time, and I am like blown away by you guys. So you are now at the point, and this is me like tough love here as far as stop waiting, because you are leaders. You have what it takes. And And that's only going to propel you forward as far as having more people to connect with, grow with, and brainstorm. So be thinking about that. Bring people on that you want to work with. We have a huge opportunity here that we can share with people. And we also have a huge mission as far as we have a lot of people to help as far as health and fitness goes. And the more people that we have on our team helping out there fighting for health, nutrition, of lifestyle that you can be proud of and love, that's what we need. And so we need to share it. You have what it takes to do that. You are living examples. Like, I am blown away all the time by what you are doing on a daily basis. So please be confident in that. Share it, own it. So I am so extremely blessed by all of you and proud of you and in awe of you. So thanks. And I'll stop rambling. Bye, guys.